What's going on, guys? We are back on Pokemon Showdown today on the team builder for a run through of my GBA week 1 team, and I'm up against Mogwai AKA Miguel, good friend of mine. We're going to be up against him for week 1, and he's a very strong opponent, very formidable player, especially in the GBA format. I'm pretty sure he actually won one of the GBAs, and I'm a little bit nervous because of the fact that Wi-Fi battles are very foreign to me. So on Showdown I can see team preview, I can kind of think a lot better on Showdown, so it's a little bit different. Hopefully we can come through, and I'm just gonna have a team analysis for each week. I feel would be a really good idea. I think you all would like that, since firstly it would get up the hype a lot for the following day where the match would come out, and secondly, I feel like the team analysis would let you guys see what kind of heat that I bring each week, and it's gonna be very interesting, I guess, to see. You'll be surprised at some of the stuff that I bring. Definitely going to try my best to impress, and just see if we can come through. I don't mind any losses or anything. I mean, it's definitely a new experience. This is where we learn. We learn all about this kind of format here, but definitely gonna do our best and see if we can win and come through, especially for this kind of week 1 match. It's a very tough match, so hopefully, I haven't played yet. I'm just recording this so that whenever I do play, I'll have this ready. But we got here our first Pokemon, who is none other than Mr. Jamvad, my Dawn fan. Now, don't get it twisted, right? Jamvad is a Dawn, and his secondary type is Ground, since he has been one with the Earth for as long as history dates back. Stealth Rocks here, Rapid Spin. This Pokemon is basically for setting up hazards, getting rid of hazards. Pretty self-explanatory, other than the fact that I am running a Custap Berry. And why am I running a Custap Berry on this Dawn fan? Firstly, I looked at his team and I realized that the only 2 Earthquake switch-ins are Uxie and Talonflame. Talonflame not really being too reliable versus Donphan because I am carrying Stone Edge, and Uxie is the only Pokemon that he has versus this Donphan. Everything else just gets destroyed by Earthquake. Blastoise, as it tries to switch in, takes like more than 50% from a max attack Earthquake before its Mega form, assuming that of course he's running an offensive Blastoise set. But if he's running like defensive, Earthquake will still do a lot. Earthquake does a lot of work to stuff like Registeel can put in work versus switch-ins such as, I don't know, like what he'd bring in on this. Like the only Pokemon he can reliably switch in on Donphan is Uxie, but if he doesn't bring that, then Donphan can put in a lot of work, I feel. And I'm running a speed in order to outrun min speed Goodra, where so basically in the GBA people will usually run only enough or only as much speed as they need, and because of that I can kind of predict what kind of speed they're going to run on their Pokemon. I feel that running a lot of speed on my Donphan would be interesting because he might not expect it. Might throw him off a little bit, and I'm also running 0 IVs in Spidef, and the reason I'm doing that is because firstly, Donphan is just not a good Spidef sponge at all, unless you're running Spidef Nature EVs and like an Assault Vest, but I'm not doing that here. I feel that running 0 IVs would be good because of the fact that, let's say for example I lead off with Gyarados. Let's say he brings I'll show you this Gyarados set. It's a very cool set. But let's say he leads off with like Zip Strike or something, and I switch to Donphan. He predicts that goes for the HP, let's say Ice maybe, or HP Grass or whatnot, and then does if he goes for that, it puts me down, because I'm running 0 IVs here, it puts me down in my Custap Berry Sturdy range, whereas opposed to running 31 would not have a really good chance of putting me in that range. So because of that, I can activate my Custap Berry, use Earthquake, and knock it out. So that's really one of the reasons why I wanted to run a Custap Berry Donphan, because it could help me get off either a Rapid Spin or a secondary Earthquake here. So I feel that would be really cool to try to pull off if we can, if we need to, that is. Now the second Pokemon I have here, but basically Donphan rocks, spin, just spam Earthquake, and Stone Edge just for coverage versus the Talonflame. Next Pokemon we have here, so as you can see from this team, I don't have Fabio. I didn't bring Fabio this time, and I feel like he'd try to over prepare versus Fabio because it's my Mega Pokemon. I feel like he'd expect me to bring it, so that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to bring it. Also because this team has just been working well during testing and stuff like that. So the second Pokemon we have here is none other than Gyarados, my friend CBB, Crash Boom B. His full name is Crashing Boom Bang, but anyways, I named it after him because Gyarados is a monster. CBB is kind of unstoppable, also kind of resembles him a little bit. Thankfully, he is my friend, otherwise he'd probably destroy me, but we have here a Gyarados, and this Gyarados here not a sweeper, not what you'd probably expect. I have here a waterfall set with Thunder Wave, Sleep Talk, and Rest. Basically, this Gyarados is meant to set the stage. Its purpose is to set the stage for the other teammates that I have here. So T-Waving Mons right off the bat, crippling Miguel's team is just going to help Donphan be faster. It's going to help Togekiss and Raichu flinch. It'll help Keldeo, which is a setup sweeper, and you'll see what this Keldeo is. You might already be in the back of your mind thinking, okay, so he's bringing Keldeo. What set could this be? You will not be disappointed at all when you see this set here, alright? So this Gyarados here will set the stage for that. Because I'm running a defensive Gyarados, I feel that it would be really good versus the Weavile, which I don't know if he'd want to run like Sash Weavile or something, or any Sash physical attackers. The Rocky Helmet can break that Sash, and you already know I'm bringing Rocky Helmet on my team. You already know I'm packing that Rocky Helmet on deck, and Weavile will not take it well at all, as well as Mega Blastoise Dark Pulse is a 3 KO on this Gyarados, so I can actually take the opportunity to T-Wave that, which is really good. And I have a little bit of speed here in case he's running a slower Blastoise, just to get the initial T-Wave off before he does anything to me. He could be running HP Electric. I'm kind of fearing that some of his Pokemon have HP Electric or T-Bolt or something, just for the Gyarados, but I gotta hope for the best here. I feel like if he's running HP Electric, then something like I don't know what's gonna happen. We'll see what happens, but this Gyarados here can eat up a hit from Blastoise. It can eat up an HP Electric if I wanted to, and then proceed to either like resting, trying to get a para, or switch into something else. But this is like the best Gyarados set versus his team, I feel. A setup sweeper can easily get revenge killed by Talonflame, and because I am a Rocky Helmet defensive with Intimidate, it can kind of check Talonflame too. It can switch into a Brave Bird maybe, and depending on his set, and it can help him take recoil plus this Rocky Helmet damage. If I T-Wave that, then Jirachi is pretty much faster. I mean, because of the fact that Brave Bird would be his only priority, his flying moves, I can kill Talonflame with a move that I have here, which is really interesting. But I feel Gyarados is just really good to just to set the stage for the other members of the team here, and that's why I have it. Rest, Sleep Talk, nice recovery for this thing, and I can just T-Wave stuff, Waterfall, Flinch, put in that work that I want to do. Next Pokemon I got here is your boy Blunder 777 or Thunder Blunder. Of course, doesn't fit in the nickname, but very fortunately, of course, I do have the number 777 in this nickname, and those are lucky Game Corner numbers, very lucky numbers. I'm sure that's what he intended when he made his name. We got a strong neck. All right, this Pokemon has a strong neck, and by strong neck I mean no neck, and that's kind of why I wanted to name Blunder after this Pokemon. Very solid, yeah, very very good Pokemon indeed. We got here a Choice Scarf offensive set, right? The speed that I'm running on this is enough for you to outrun max speed Weavile, because you have a Choice Scarf here. It's 1 point over max speed Weavile, so that's really good in that sense. Max special attack, of course, and the moves that I'm running here, Air Slash is just great overall. The only Pokemon that can really sort of switch into an Air Slash is his Registeel, as well as his Zebstrika. And if his Zebstrika is not a Choice Scarf set himself, I can just flinch that thing down. I mean, Air Slash will do like a consistent 30% to that Zebstrika, so I can definitely just try to flinch that down if I want. Ancient Power here is mainly just for the Talonflame. I mean, I have Trick in case he wants to bring Registeel. I have Trick. I can trick that. I can trick another Pokemon he has that's trying to set up on me, and proceed to try to Ancient Power, get some boosts if I can. Flamethrower here I just felt was a great option because it can hit Registeel, it can hit Weavile, Roserade, stuff like that. And it also has a chance of burns as well, so I'm looking forward to seeing this Pokemon put in some work, mainly mid to late game, and I'm hoping that we can come through with this Pokemon. And the next Pokemon we have here, I felt would work well with the team. Just another Pokemon, just like Togekiss, to complement the T-Wave Gyarados here, is the Pokeaim. And I have the Pokeaim here named after this Jirachi because I'm pretty sure that Jirachi used to be one of Joey's signature Pokemon. He used to bring this to pretty much all of his games until a couple months ago, and just flinch stuff and have fun with Jirachi. Joey loves Jirachi, I think, as much as CBB loves Chansey. So the set that I have here is a substitute set, and I felt that would be really really good versus his team. I'm running enough speed to outrun certain Pokemon, such as certain Roserade. If he's not running like a max speed timid Roserade or something, then this can be faster. It can be faster than Blastoise. It can be faster than Gothitelle, Golurk, And all I gotta do is really just sub, and I have leftovers here. Drain Punch is for the Registeel. Registeel can't really break my sub unless he has like Earthquake or something, which I doubt he'd have. Seismic Toss, we have a number of HP where Seismic Toss doesn't break our sub. Iron Head, just to flinch stuff down, pretty standard with T-Wave. Drain Punch for the Registeel, get back health, and we don't really get worn down by substitute Seismic Toss and stuff. And Thunder Punch here, mainly just for the Blastoise and the Talonflame. I'm pretty sure that Talonflame will be his answer to sub Jirachi. So I got that perfect Thunder Punch here for the Talonflame. It's a 2-hit KO on Talonflame, so that's really good. And that's pretty much the set here. It's a really fun set. I feel like sub Jirachi will be just really nice versus his team overall. And CBB was the one that said, oh, you should bring sub Jirachi. Initially, he wanted me to bring Smash Pass, but I didn't feel comfortable with that versus Miguel's team. But this is the best team that I've come up with I've come up with my friends, with a lot of these Pokemon being good versus Miguel's team. So Jirachi we have here, Donphan, Gyarados, Togekiss. Alright, we got these 4 Pokemon here. The next Pokemon I wanted to bring was something that could just do well versus his team overall. Puts in work versus the Gothitelle, the Weavile, the Roserade, the Goodra, the Uxie. Can put in work versus a weakened Registeel. Puts in work versus Ipstrika, Golurk. It is Baby Chimp. Baby Chimp, the Pickpocket, Choice Scarf, Sneasel. And Baby Chimp here, about to take down his father with that Choice Scarf low kick. You already know Miguel in the interview is like, let's see who has the faster low kick. You already know that Baby Chimp's gonna come through with that low kick right here on that Weavile especially. And Baby Chimp's a thief. He'll steal your bananas and give you back the peel. That's what he's gonna do. We have your Icicle Crash, Knockoff, Pursuit, Low Kick, Pursuit, so that we can trap stuff if we want. I'll only ever use that if I need to. Mainly going to be clicking Icicle Crash, Knockoff, Low Kick, and I'm actually only going to be sending this out probably late game if I have to, or earlier in the game if I have to pursue something. But Pickpocket's really useful because let's say that he's also running a Choice Scarf on his Weavile, and he'd knock me off first, I think. I remember having like a sequence of play where I was up against a Choice Scarf Weavile. I mean, I was like testing with a bunch of my friends. I remember knocking off first, and then he had like a Choice Scarf Weavile knocked off, and then I stole the Choice Scarf, and I was just faster in the end. So I'm sure that this Sneasel is gonna put in a lot of work for this game, and like I said, I've been testing this team out a lot. So hopefully we can come through versus Miguel. I'm not really sure what he's gonna bring, but I kind of have an idea of what to do versus all of his Pokemon, and I'm just looking forward to the match overall. It's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be definitely a fun game. And the final Pokemon that I have here, you got your boy IMP Zamrock, and this is the set that he actually recommended to me. Ooh, alright, you ready guys? Swords Dance Keldeo with Expert Belt. This set is cash, this set is heat. So IMP Zamrock, been a good friend of mine for a while, devoted member of the IMP clan. Tryouts are on the Pokemon Online Simulator. I believe you need like 1500 or 1550 in OU on the PO ladder. PM him for tryouts. Just kidding. He had me. He recommended this set to me. And he thought it would be a good idea, and I completely agree. SD, right? Okay, so initially he had Aerial Ace here, but I switched it to Aqua Jet because his team was a little bit weak to certain stuff like Talonflame, for instance. Having Aqua Jet, I'm pretty sure Miguel is not gonna bring max speed Talonflame. I feel like he'd bring like a max HP, max attack one. Most likely, if I SD up and I Aqua Jet the Talonflame before it Brave Birds me, that's gonna be so good. Plus the Expert Belt, plus Adamant Nature, that's gonna be amazing. X-Scissor is basically there for me to hit stuff like Uxie, Gothitelle. It can also hit Weavile, it can hit Roserade for neutral. Even though close combat at +2 is gonna just destroy it anyways. X-Scissor is just a really good stab move, or not stab move, sorry. It's a good coverage move for certain Pokemon here. And of course, close combat, the main move here in order to just destroy stuff like Weavile, Blastoise, Registeel, you name it, it destroys it. And I mean, with Aerial Ace, I do get walled by certain Pokemon that otherwise Keldeos could destroy, like Golurk. But Aqua Jet here will allow me to, have a good chance, or have a decent chance at outrunning Talonflame's priority, because this priority is going to be, if I'm faster than his Talonflame, that's going to be amazing, and I can just Aqua Jet that. But I'm hoping for the best here. This Keldeo set is definitely a Pokemon he will probably not expect, and everybody is just like, oh, Keldeo is a very, very predictable Pokemon and stuff. Like, we're going to show them wrong. We're going to show them that they're wrong. So we got here, this Keldeo is basically fast enough for me to outrun Roserade if I have to. Any initial damage on the Pokemon will be good. Probably a late game sweeper, if anything, and a Pokemon that I'd bring in either on Blastoise and try to SD up or something like that, or his Weavile, force him out, and that's gonna be the team. So it's looking very interesting, looking very, very interesting. I'm hoping that we can come through, and I hope you all are excited for the match that's gonna happen. Whenever this video goes up, it's gonna come out the next day. So if this video goes up today, when you're seeing it, tomorrow is going to be when the actual when you're gonna see the actual match that we have. So hope you all are excited for that. It's gonna be post-com, of course, since I don't have a capture card, unfortunately. But you know, I got my friends backing me up, and you know, I'll have the Wi-Fi battle and everything ready to go. So without delaying any longer, hope you all enjoyed, and you know, I will see you guys on the Wi-Fi battle. Peace.